What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some Europe versus USA memes. So today, I want to take a look at some funny, random internet pictures with text on them, also known as memes. And these are all about what life is like here in America versus what it's like in Europe. So, with that being said, let's take a look at some of these, starting with it says Europe. In Europe, you have bikes. This is like those bike rental things where in Europe, you guys actually you actually don't use cars as much as we do in America, right? You can rent these bicycles, you can walk. God forbid you walk. That is a very strange concept for us Americans, but I hear that you guys walk, you can rent these bicycles, you can take public transport. Okay, very good in Europe. And in America, we have. Oh my God! Okay, hold on here. Hold on, calm down. We need to settle down. What is this? All right, this is a public gun rental rack. All right, I get it. Here in America, we have very loose, very open gun laws. It's very easy to get a gun. In America, legally, it's very easy to own a gun, to buy a gun. A lot of Americans have guns. I'll admit that. That's a fact. It's not like this. We're not this insane. We're just kind of insane with how we do guns in America. We're kind of crazy, but we're not this crazy. This is not real. I'm setting the record straight for any Europeans out there who think we really do this. We do a lot of strange things, especially with guns and stuff, but we don't have public gun rental like this. I swear. I promise. I'm getting too defensive right now. People aren't going to believe me. Oh boy, let's keep going here. European architecture versus American architecture. In Europe, you guys have these beautiful, gorgeous, historical buildings with works of art painted on the walls. In America, we have chicken. This is classic American culture right here. We have chicken restaurants shaped like big chicken, big rotisserie chickens. Yes, I mean, this is again kind of an exaggeration. I actually wish we had buildings that looked like this, like a big cooked chicken. That'd be kind of funny. I think Americans would love that, but this is a cartoon. This is actually from The Fairly Odd Parents. I watched that growing up. But the meme is generally correct, isn't it? In Europe, you guys have, for one thing, a much deeper, longer history with and therefore your cultures and your architecture and your buildings are deeper and there's more to it. You guys have castles, you have these crazy cathedrals and these whatever this is. In America, where we haven't been around as long, our culture is a little different. We make buildings shaped like chicken. It is what it is. This says, Europeans watching America. What the fuck they doing over there? Okay, that's fair. Is that what it's like? Is that what it's like in Europe? You guys are just kind of like over there watching America, just kind of like, oh my God, what's going on over there? Like, what? What are they doing? Okay. And Americans watching America. The fuck we doing over here? That's Yes. Accurate. This meme is shockingly accurate. I think a lot of people around the world, Europeans included, look at America and you guys are oftentimes confused, shocked, appalled, and are like, what are they doing? And in America, a lot of us in America, believe it or not, are actually like here, living here, existing, and we're like, what are we doing? What's going on here? So, and a lot of Americans, there's a lot of stuff about America that I love, and there's stuff about America that I really question. And there are times when us Americans are also like, what are we doing? That's a very accurate meme. All right, this says, at 19, a 19-year-old, can I buy a bottle of vodka? Wow, 19. In the USA, no, that's illegal and irresponsible. A 19-year-old says, can I go into $50,000 of debt for my education? USA says, yeah, yes, of course, we encourage it. Oh my, this hits too close to home for me because I am one of those Americans who I had to take out big student loans in order to go to college and university. I had to do that. And they can be this much, $50,000. Some Americans have to take out bigger loans. It's insane. There's two parts to this. One, in America, we're like the only country where you can drink alcohol. You can only drink alcohol when you're 21. You can join the US military. You can buy a gun. You can smoke cigarettes. You can go into debt in America. You can do all these things when you're 18. But you can't drink alcohol till you're 21. I think in a lot of parts of the world, you guys can drink alcohol when you're 19, 18, maybe younger, right? And the other part of this is how crazy it is in America, where as a teenager still, technically a teenager, 18, 19, 17 years old, if you're thinking about going to college, you have to make this life-altering decision when you're still a kid about going into thousands of dollars of debt. It's insane, really. Okay. Brits making fun of Americans for using feet. That's right. Us in our imperial system, I'll admit, it is kind of silly. When I learned about the metric system, I got on board with the metric system. I realized we are strange. I also learned that most countries around the world use the metric system. Most Americans think that the imperial system of measurements using feet and miles and stuff, that's normal. It's not normal. And Americans need to understand this. And the metric system just makes a lot more sense. Anyway, I'm on board with that. Brits make fun of Americans for using feet. Fine. Also Brits when they use stones for weight. Yeah. British. You can make fun of us for our silly measurements, but you're out there measuring stuff in stones, like a rock. Like you're measuring your weight in a bunch of boulders, for crying out loud. All right, Europeans, universal health care. Yes, okay. What is this? This is just a roast of America today. This is just pointing out all the things America does not have, or that we choose not to do. That's stupid. Europeans have universal health care. Yes. Americans, we're like a child trying to grab the toy. We're trying to grab universal health care. I wish we were. The problem is in America, this isn't even true. We don't talk about like forming some kind of universal healthcare system where our taxes would pay for healthcare. We don't even discuss this. It's not even an option. Like this picture implies that we're kind of tugging at it. We're kind of like interested. No, I don't think America's interested at all. It's really sad. This says, History of the Middle East is very big. It's very big and long. History of Europe is also big. History of USA is very, yes, I mean, this is true. Fine. History of the USA is like a DLC of Europe history? I've never heard it phrased like that. If you play video games, you'll know what a DLC. It's like a downloadable content. It's an update for your video game to add new stuff to the game. They do that. And this is saying that the United States is like a little entertaining update to Europe. That's the analogy it's making. The United States is like a little entertaining update to, if the world is a video game. Okay. All right. America when it's military. I need to compose myself. Okay. America when it's making new military technology. Oh, we are crack scientists. We are the smartest, the most intelligent in the world when we're making military technology. Yes. America when it's asked to make healthcare free or at least affordable. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my God. This is a SpongeBob meme too. This is accurate. These memes are really accurate. Like, and it's painful. And this is so true. America, we spend so much money and effort on military, and then no effort at all on things like healthcare or affordable college or social programs. And it's pretty crazy because clearly the sad thing is America, we could do these things if we wanted. We have the capability. We just don't want. We choose not to. Which is worse than than just being ignorant, I think. America's ancestors leaving Europe for a better life. That's right. My ancestors leaving Europe for a better life. Then their descendants moving back to Europe for the same reason. It's come full circle. I don't know. Do a lot of Americans actually move to Europe? I bet some do. When there's got to be some Americans when they're fed up with life in America, like their ancestors brought them here, and now they're moving back to Europe somewhere. Full circle. When Europeans find out that they created the Americans. Yeah! You created us. We came from you. We are descended from you. We are you. How does that make you feel? Whenever you're criticizing us, making fun of us, some of it's justified, okay, but remember, we came from you. It's like in Lord of the Rings, how trolls are descended from elves or whatever. What are Europe and America's views on gun safety? Oh, God. All right. Europe says guns should be highly controlled and used only by responsible adults. That's just crazy. What a crazy idea. Wow, that makes no sense. No, that's very reasonable. America says if their age is on a clock, they can use a Glock. That's kind of an exaggeration. I mean, America, I will openly admit, in America, it is way too easy to get a gun. You need to pass some exams. You need to be better trained. They need to make it so you need to prove you are responsible and worthy of owning a gun, because that's a big responsibility. In America, it's just like anyone can get it. But if your age is on a clock, like if you're 6, if you're 6 years old, you can't get a gun. Thank God. Um, how Europeans think Americans get to work? Is this true? Is this what you guys think of us? I mean, it's we are one step away from this, if I'm being perfectly honest. America is like one of the most obese, unhealthy countries in the world. There are people in America who literally look like this, but we're not getting driven around on forklifts yet. Is this what Europeans really think of us? Oh boy. Europeans, I drove 40 minutes to the Netherlands for some groceries. And I popped into Germany to see some of my relatives, and then I drove back home. Oh my God. In Europe, it just sounds like it's so incredible how you can just travel between all the countries. Different countries are that close together. It's not a big deal to just travel to the Netherlands or Germany or France or whatever. It's if you're in Europe, that's incredible to me. Incredible. Americans, I was in Florida. I drove for 9 hours and I'm still in Florida. Exactly. Like, this is one of the reasons that most Americans never travel to Europe or the rest of the world. It's because America is so freaking big. You can spend your whole life trying to travel all around America and you might not do it. It's like, I think some of the states in the United States are the size of entire European countries, right? So if you drive for hours around America, you're just still in America, and it's roughly the same everywhere. In Europe, you guys are like able to travel between entirely unique cultures, and that's why people in Europe are so much more exposed to other ways of life and other ways of thinking and other cultures. You guys have a huge advantage that you have access to all these different countries. In America, yeah, we could travel to like Canada or Mexico or something, but that's only 2 places. And anyway, that's pretty cool about Europe. This says, making kids TV characters. America versus Europe. These are children's TV characters. In America, we have Mr. Rogers, Kermit, He-Man, kind of wholesome characters. In Europe, you have, oh my God. Oh my God, this is terrifying. Is this what you guys have in Europe for children's shows? What are these things? These are scary. This is terrifying. This is the children's TV shows in Europe? Oh my God. Are you guys okay? Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, there we have it. That's the Europe versus USA memes. I always enjoy this so much. This actually teaches me a lot about European culture and how it is very different to America, and that's always a lot of fun for me. And these are also very funny. So I was very entertained by this. If you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these Europe versus USA memes. That'd be funny to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.